Now let us see experimentally, okay, what is the relation between the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction. Okay, now what we are going to discuss here, we are going to discuss about the relation between angle of incidence and angle of refraction. Right, listen here children. Now what we are discussing here, we are discussing about the relation between the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction. For that we have to do this activity. What are the materials required for this activity? The first one is a scale, and then semicircular glass slab and a protractor, and then what we need here, we need one laser light. Okay, what we need here, we need one laser light and then pencil. Okay, right. Now these are all the materials required. Okay, the first one is a protractor and then laser light, we need one scale, semicircular glass slab, pencil. Okay, right. I will tell the procedure here. Okay, observe the procedure carefully. First we have to take a wooden plank, okay, and paste a white paper on the wooden plank and draw a line on the wooden plank, that we call it as a interface. Okay, let the interface is represent with letter M dash. Okay, and then now at the middle of the interface, draw a normal at the middle of the interface. What is the first point here? Take a cardboard and then paste a white chart on the cardboard. Okay, and draw a line that we call it as a interface. Okay, and the line which is perpendicular to the interface, that we call it as a normal. Okay, where this normal and the interface is coincide, let the point be O. O is the intersection of a normal and the interface. Okay, now take the protractor and place the protractor in which the midpoint of the protractor is coincide with the point of intersection. Okay, now draw 10 degrees, make the angles here. Right, now join all this to the point of intersection. Join with the pencil, that is that looks very good. Right, See here children, you have to make the angles on the chart. That is a third step. But the first step is a draw a interface and then draw the perpendicular line to the interface, that we call it as a normal, and then we have to make the angles by using the protractor. Okay, now what we have to do here, we have to keep this semicircular glass slab in which the midpoint of the glass slab is coincide with the point of intersection. The midpoint is coincide with the point of intersection. Okay, and then now first send the light through the normal. Just now only I said no. When the light is travels through the normal, then there is no refraction of light will takes place, right? Observe here carefully. Right, you can observe the light. This is a refracted light ray. Okay, see, this is a incident ray. When the light is travels through the normal, there is no refraction of light will takes place. Okay, right. Now keep the laser light at 15 degrees. Okay, keep your laser light at 15 degrees. Make sure that the laser light should pass through this point of intersection. Okay, and then we call this ray is a incident ray, and here we can observe the refracted ray. Okay, and this is a air medium and this is a glass. Okay, that means a denser medium. Now what we are doing here, we are sending the light from rarer medium to denser medium. We know that when the light is traveled from rarer medium to the denser medium, what happened? The refracted ray is the closest to the normal. The refracted ray is the closest to the normal. Okay, now observe that one carefully. Okay, now where I am keeping my laser light here, I am keeping my laser light at 15 degrees. Okay, now incident the light ray. See, observe here, you can observe this. Where you can observe this refracted light ray, you can observe at angle 10. Okay, what is the incident ray here? Angle 15. Angle of incidence is 15 and the angle of refraction is observe here carefully. Right, the angle of refraction is you can observe here. The angle of refraction is nearly 13. Okay, nearly 13. That you have to write on the table. You have to make a table like this. See, the first one is angle of incidence, and the second column is angle of refraction, and the third column is sine of angle of incidence, and the fourth column is sine of angle of refraction. Okay, that I will write here. Observe here carefully. This is angle of incidence, angle of refraction, then sine I, then sine R. At last we have to calculate sine I by sine R. Right, what is the first value we get here? What is the angle of incidence? When we incident the light ray at 15 degrees, then the angle of refraction we get is 13 degrees. Okay, and the angle of incident is 15 and the angle of refraction is 13. With this only we can understand that the angle of refraction is less than the angle of incidence here. That means the refracted ray is closest to the normal. Okay, now repeat the same activity by the different angles. Okay, now I kept this laser light at 20 degrees. Okay, 25 degrees. Okay, now I am keeping the laser light at 25 degrees. Observe the refracted light ray here. See, observe here, you can observe the refracted light ray here. Okay, this is the refracted light ray. Where you can observe this refracted light ray here? Nearly 18. Okay, you can observe the refracted light ray near 18. You can observe here. This is the refracted light ray. Okay, where you can observe that one? In between 15 and 20, that means nearly 19. Okay, so when the angle of incidence is 25, then what is the angle of refraction here? 19. Okay, so we have to calculate the remaining values also. Then what we have to do next? The next step is find the sine of angle 15 degrees and sine 13 degrees. Okay, and here we have to calculate sine 25 and then sine 19. Okay, when you calculate this sine I by sine r, that means sine 15 by sine 13. When you calculate that one, then you will get the refractive index is 1. Nearly you get the refractive index is 1. When you calculate that sine 25 by sine 19, at the time also we get the refractive index is 1. Okay, what is refractive index? Sine of angle of incidence by sine of angle of refraction, that we call it as a refractive index of the semicircular glass slab. What is the refractive index of semicircular glass slab here? The refractive index of semicircular glass slab, this is a glass, nearly it is a 1.5. Okay, we can get 1.5. Okay, so this is a first activity. What we observe in this first activity here, when the light is traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, the refracted ray is closest to the normal. That is the first step. That is the first point we observe here. Okay, when the light ray is traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, what happened? The refracted ray is closest to the normal. Okay, and what is the second step here? Sine I by sine r is a constant. Okay, what is the second observation? Second observation is here we get the refractive index is a constant. Okay, so these are the observations what we have to observe in this activity. And then what is the conclusion? Conclusion of this activity is when the light rays travel from rarer medium to denser medium, when the light ray is travel from rarer medium to the denser medium, then angle of refraction is less than the angle of incidence. That we have to remember. When the light rays travel from rarer medium to the denser medium, angle of refraction is less than the angle of incidence. This is your lab activity. Okay, see, observe this one. Okay, this is what we have to observe in this activity. When the light rays travel from rarer to denser, it is closer to the normal. And here sin I by sin r is a constant. And what is the conclusion here? When the light rays travel from rarer to denser, angle of refraction is less than the angle of incidence. Right. Listen here. What we discussed up to now? Up to now we discussed that what happened when the light rays travel from rarer to denser medium. Okay. What happened when the light rays travel from rarer to denser medium? The refracted ray is closest to the normal. Okay, then the angle of refraction is less than the angle of incidence. That we learned up to now. Okay, when the light rays travel from rarer medium to the denser medium, then the angle of refraction is less than the angle of incidence. That means The refracted ray is the closest to the normal. Okay. Experimentally, we saw this.